Alright guys, I'm going to try this new cleaning product out. It was pitched to me from a customer, that a local guy that I make holsters for. And he showed me it, and I'm always interested in new gun cleaning or lubricating products. You guys know what I normally use. I like Ballistol, and I like to use Lucas Extreme Duty Gun Oil for oiling. And I'm not a grease guy. I don't use grease too much. Just prefer a thick oil. So what we have here is we have the lubricant is the white cap, and the cleaner is the fucking black cap. Okay. So I was told if I curse during my videos now, they're not going to monetize them. Oh no. So if I do curse, it's just a natural way of speaking, so I'm not editing shit out, and I don't care what they say, so whatever. But anyway, this is my Glock 26. It's really not dirty. I only put maybe 80 rounds through it. I went to a range. And someone got me in there just enough that I could throw a bunch of mags through it just to make sure it worked properly, because right now double action is not open. It's under construction, I guess, whatever the fuck they're doing. And all the other ranges, I really don't feel like going in the city to the range. I really don't feel like taking my $45,000 truck and parking it where fucking Rocky ran down when they were tossing them oranges and shit down the Italian market. I ain't parking my truck down in that fucking mess. This is not happening. That's pretty much where you gotta park when you go to Philly, this certain range in Philly. Wait a minute, my fatness. The hydraulic chair refuses to hold my fat ass. Okay, hopefully it stays up. So what we're going to do is clean the gun the old-fashioned way, and I'm going to give you my opinion of what I think of this stuff. It's good that it has a ball in it, because it mixes everything up when you shake it, so that's good. This doesn't have a ball in it, so I guess the lubricant, we'll see. Okay. So let's take the caps off. I'll let you know how it smells. So this is the brand. Okay. I will put the link under the video. Usually I have a bore snake and I can't find it, because this way, these days, it's just dumb. Unless you enjoy it. It takes way longer. The bore snake is way more effective, but I can't find the damn thing, so I'm doing it the old-fashioned way. Okay, so I got my bore brush, I got my toothbrush, and then this little brush on this side is really handy to get into the little grooves of the slide. Okay, so the gun's hot, so we're going to make it safe. Of course, always, guys, when you're clearing a weapon, take the mag out first. Keep your finger high and away from the trigger. You know what I'm saying? Especially you new people. There's a lot of new gun people now. There's thousands and thousands of people buying guns and never had one before. So I'm going to talk to you like you're a beginner. There's one in the chamber, okay? So my finger is high and away from the trigger, nowhere near the trigger. So you're not going to have a problem if the trigger isn't, engaged. So let's get that round out of there. And of course it has to go all the way on the floor. Okay. So I'm just going to lock it back. Okay. Now this is a G26 Gen 5. Real nice gun. It's just a little bit dirty. So first thing I want to do is take the slide off. Point it in safe direction. Pull the trigger. Wrap my hand around it. Pull it back 1/8 of an inch. Pull the tabs back, and it comes right off. See, it's not even dirty. So, like I said, I only got like 80 rounds still, but we're going to pretend it's dirty. That's about as far down as you want to go. The dirtiest thing in the gun right now is probably the barrel. So we're going to get this firearm cleaner and protectant, it says. And we're going to see, okay, we don't have to shake that, how good this stuff is. So I'm going to personally look in the barrel, see how dirty it is before I shoot it in there. It's pretty sooty, so I'm going to shoot some of this in there. Alright, let that sit. I'm just going to put a light mist under the slide. There's no sense of taking the whole slide apart. This isn't a deep detail clean. This is just like a field strip clean. In the frame, most of the dirt gets all around in this area, down in there. So I'm going to spray this stuff in there just a little. I'm fortunate enough that I have an air compressor, so I really can clean the gun really good. If you don't have an air compressor, you need to get little Q-tips and stuff like that. And as far as the guide rod goes, I usually just wipe it down with an oily rag. There's really no dirt on it. The guide rod really doesn't get very, even if you have a lot of rounds through it, it'll get dirt on the outside of it, but it really doesn't get that much dirt in there. So that's it. So we're just going to let that sit. So while the dirty parts, or the most dirty parts, are sitting with these two right here, is the face, the breech face where the firearm pin comes out, under the undercarriage of the slide, and the fucking barrel. Okay, it's very dirty. So while that's doing that, this is just light dirt on the frame, and I'm just going to get the little toothbrush and just get everywhere I can. And we're going to see how this stuff works. This is what it is, right? This is what the video is about, to see if we like this stuff. Now, the smell, right away, it definitely smells like a petroleum. Okay? So it's not a great smell at all. It smells like a powerful cleaner, which is fine. So it smells like, it smells like, as soon as you smell it, you recognize it. It definitely smells like a petroleum is what it smells like. So that's it. So that's all I really can do. There's really not much dirt in here. Sorry, my voice is activating Siri. She's a fucking retard. Okay, so I gotta take her out of my ear. Guess she thought I said her name. Okay, so now I'm gonna get these white patches. It's not really dirty. I have to say, you definitely can see just the metal parts. Wow, the metal parts are really, ever since I sprayed this on there. Wait a minute, which one did I spray on there? Yeah, I sprayed the cleaner on there. Thought I did the lubricant. You can see the metal parts just from me just spraying it and wiping it with the rag, how shiny and polished they look after I sprayed that cleaner on there. So maybe it's really good stuff. I don't know. We'll see. So, like I said, this ain't a deep clean. This is just a function clean. In other words, it's going to be clean enough to where the gun is going to function, and it's, you know, it's not so dirty that the gun can't function. Okay, so that's pretty much all I'm going to do to the frame. And then where I can't get, I will personally get the air compressor and blow that stuff out of there. So there's the frame. Now we're going to go to the slide. And what I like about this brush is this end of it. The slide has a lot of grooves in it, especially where the tabs ride here. You can get everywhere with it. So it'll get in there. Really works well. And then I'll use the fat end, the toothbrush, for the face. That's where a lot of soot gets cooked on there because it gets really hot. That's where the explosion is. And especially your extractor, you really want to keep that clean. If that gets a lot of built up on it, it could cause a fail to extraction or leave a empty brass casing in the chamber, you know, stuff like that. So we're just doing this real fast. There's your plunger and all that bullshit. I'm not taking the slide all apart. This is just a video to experiment with this new cleaner. So I'll also put the patch on the brush and then use it like a mop, because you can't get your big fingers in there. So I'm just mopping all the excess cleaner out like that. I'm trying to do this quick because I don't feel like editing and all that stuff. I'll tell you, the Glock Gen 5 finish smokes everybody. It's got such a nice finish on there. I don't know what the hell it is, but it's very durable. It looks fantastic. I mean, it's just friggin' awesome. Alright, microfiber rags are a must. You know why they're a must is because they don't leave any lint behind. And they clean and they get everything off it. They just work so great. I would never use a cotton rag ever again. Why would you when you can have a microfiber rag? So much better. Doesn't leave any kind of lint behind, so fuck them cutting up white t-shirts and all that shit. Go get a microfiber rag. Just does such a nicer job. I remember I used to cut up them old white t-shirts and they worked, but they would leave all this fucking dried threads and shit all over the place. Microfiber rag's the way to go, man. It's good stuff. So there's the slide. Looks really nice. I do have a ultrasonic cleaner too, so that came out good. Nice and clean. Everything's clean. Look at that. Look at that finish on there. Isn't that nice? Whew. They do it right. And I remember, if you guys remember, from what I can see, Glocks had that first real hard coating on the barrel to where you didn't see that smiley face until you like put 1,000 rounds through it. Remember that? Now everyone's copying it. You know, now Sig has it on their barrels. You know, Walther has it on their barrels. You know, it's like a Millenite. I don't know what it is, but it's very, very durable. This is my favorite part. Deep penetration, baby. Deep penetration. Deep penetration. Deep, right? Guys, dirty minds out there. Alright, then I'll get that feed ramp. And the top of the feed ramp, right here, is where a lot of soot builds up and it gets crusty. So you really want to keep that clean. Try to get that clean. Okay, so that's good. Now we're going to run a patch through there, if it'll fit. These are big. There we go. So we're going to mop it out with this. To me, this, when you take the brush off and you use the eye and you put the patch through it, it doesn't press on the sides of the barrel hard enough. So I'd rather have to force it in there like this with something like this. So it really cleans the barrel good, and you can even turn it like this. See? So now I'm going to look in the barrel and see how this stuff cleans. And I got to put it up against a white background, and my door's white so I can see that. Yeah. Yeah, look, the chamber's like a mirror. Okay, that's good. Oh, it looks like a good cleaner. The chamber looks great. Of course, that's the dirtiest part. So, I'm going to take all the excess cleaner off it. Okay. That's pretty much all you really need to do. And there goes the jerk off. The jerk off. I forgot to mop the slide. See all that dirt I missed? Because I forgot to mop the track where the tabs ride. Yeah, that's good now. That is a pretty clean gun for a quickie. Okay? So let's put the cleaner away. We're done with the cleaner. And now this is supposed to be the lubricant, right? So the worst thing you could do is over lubricate a gun, right? So them spray nozzles are kind of they're a little too much sometimes. So you gotta really watch how you press down on them. I don't want to blast my gun with lubrication. I'm just going to put it in little spots where it needs it. And these spots is where the crucifix is a biggie right there. So let's see. Let's put the straw on there so we can be more precise. Why is everything so fucking difficult? There it goes. So I just want to put it right where I want to put it, right? So I just want a little bit of shake it. Jesus, it came out too fast. That's fine. Just a little bit. Even with just running down the straw is enough lube. You don't have to spray. You don't need all that shit on there. You don't want a greasy gun, man. You know? Just don't want that. Okay, that's good. So what I'll do is I'll work this to make sure it gets in between that connector. Okay. Make sure the lube gets in between the connectors. And we're going to put a little bit on the end of the barrel. I'm not used to the spray. That's way too much. So I get the oily rag and just wipe it. That's enough just to... You just want to coat the barrel. It's like you're moisturizing your skin, you know? You don't want a bunch of shit in there. Alright, so there's a little drip on the straw, so I'm just going to put that right in here. Okay, I'm going to use my pinky to... It's pretty slick. I mean, for an aerosol lubricant, it's not going to be like Lucas oil. It's not going to be real thick and heavy like that. But for an aerosol lubricant, I'm feeling it. It's pretty thick. It's very thick, as a matter of fact. So that's good. That's a win. So I'm going to put the barrel back, and the guide rod, and the frame. Everything's lubricated. All 4 tabs. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, guys. Sorry, the battery cut out on me. I thought it had a lot more battery life. These fucking these video cameras, man. It'll read 3/4 battery life, and then the thing runs for 5 minutes and it's dead. So inaccurate. It's ridiculous. But anyway, so I just got done cleaning the gun. I don't know where it cut off. I was trying to find it, and the overall, my opinion on it is it's a very good gun cleaner. It really tackles the hardest crusty spots. You know, where the soot gets crusty from the heat from the gun. And there wasn't a lot on this because I said it was shot very minimal, but there was a little, and it cut right through it. So that's the biggest thing. So it's a powerful cleaner. It feels very slick, and the trigger feels a lot smoother because I oiled the 3.5, or no, sorry, this is a stock trigger, so the 5-pound connector where it rubs on the trigger bar. That's a good place to oil it because that'll help smooth the trigger a little. Yeah, it's good stuff, definitely. So there it is, and I'll put the link under there. You guys want to try it out? See, a little seems to go a long way, so that's another good thing about it. And works good to me. I think it works good. The gun feels really slick. That's what I look for when I'm done cleaning the gun, as far as testing the lubricant after you're done. So, and I want to dry the gun off with this microfiber rag because I don't want my gun to be slippery, right? I don't want it slipping out of my hand if I have to use it, God forbid. So, there it is. G26, all nice and clean. Looks good. Alright. It's ready to go. And my +1 is on the floor somewhere. So there it is. Ams oil. The link will be under the video.